And hi again, I'm Dylan Black. Welcome to Daytime Ottawa, right here on Rogers TV. Always a pleasure to have you here. You know what? It's 2020. Of course you know that. Start the year off right by skipping extreme resolutions in favor of small, manageable changes for your health. And she's here to help us with just that. It's Dr. Stephanie Rubino. And how are you?
I'm great.
Good to have you here. Okay, so resolutions, eh? So you're going to get us all healthy and feeling better about ourselves?
We are. And most people start with big resolutions, but they're often, difficult to achieve. So it's nice to kind of have smaller ones that we can plan for, look for support from family and friends to help us, and that we can be more motivated and positive about to get through. Okay.
You're a doctor, so everything you're going to say here to me is correct. Resolutions, I mean, why do we even bother with them to begin with?
I think the key idea is to make certain aspects about ourselves better, to improve certain things. So oftentimes people will make resolutions about weight management and losing a certain number of pounds, or quitting smoking, or starting a new hobby. So I think it's always about making our lives a little bit better and improved.
And so the more radical, the more chances there are for people not to stick with them at all.
Because they tend to be more difficult, and if there's no plan in place, then difficult to follow through.
So small, easy steps.
So we're gonna talk about 5 sort of health hacks that will actually help you achieve your bigger resolutions too.
Speaking of steps, the first one, this health hack, being active. You've got a pair of running shoes here, so I can see what's happening here.
Yep. So of course we always talk about being active every day, and that's obviously so important. Helps our mood, our energy, reduces our risk of chronic disease like cardiovascular disease and diabetes. Oftentimes, if we're not used to a routine, then we need to start slow and with activities that we enjoy. Walking is one of the best physical activities that we can incorporate. 30 minutes a day has numerous benefits for the mind and body. And if you can't commit to that 30 minutes, then dividing it throughout the day, maybe 10 minutes 3 times a day to help you achieve that goal.
And easy things as well. I mean, you don't have to like run marathons or anything like that.
No.
You just have to move around, especially if you're sitting at a desk all day.
Move and stretch. Really,
stretch.
really big ideas.
Very important. Get those weights in there from time to time.
Absolutely.
These are my kind of weights, by the way. This is something I can handle. That's not too bad at all. Collagen is something that's important as well, and I don't really think of that. When I think of collagen, I think about like fake lips and stuff. Am I in the right
Most people
area?
associate collagen with more of a beauty aspect, obviously. But of course, collagen is one of our major proteins in the body. It helps to support a lot of our structures, our hair, our skin, our nails, our bones, even our cardiovascular system. So one of the things that people don't realize is that our collagen levels decline as we age. We lose actually about 1% every year, starting in our 20s and 30s.
Oh, no.
So that can lead to concerns such as low bone density, concerns with cardiovascular health. Of course, people will see wrinkles and, changes in hair and nails and that sort of thing. So we want to augment and support our collagen levels. So a few things that we can do, specific foods that we can incorporate. So ones that include a nutrient known as lycopene, which is a really important antioxidant that helps to protect our collagen. So we can find lycopene in foods like, tomatoes and sweet potatoes, red peppers. Vitamin C, of course, really great nutrient we know for immune health, but also helps in the production of collagen. So a lot of our citrus fruits like oranges and grapefruits. And lysine is an amino acid that we find in nuts and seeds and bone broth. Also helps in terms of collagen.
Are you saying if I eat a whole pile of carrots, though, I'm not going to get any wrinkles?
No, so it's a balancing approach.
So there's no miracle cure here, but it'll help.
But a variety of those foods is really important. And if you need a little bit more support, of course, using a supplemental collagen source is also key. Collagen supplements are really easy to use. You can incorporate in coffee, tea, smoothies.
Nice. Drinking water is super important, and I hear this all the time. We should do that. More water every day?
More water, but to a level that's suitable for you. So it depends on your size, your weight. That will help to determine how much water you should drink each day. If you can imagine just being dehydrated, how you feel, low energy, less focus, poor performance throughout the day. So really encourage drinking more water. Coffee doesn't count. Unfortunately, it's more dehydrating. So definitely looking at pure water, herbal teas, bone broth, also great examples to help increase your fluid intake.
How do we take care of our heart when it comes to just the things we put in our body?
So common advice is usually being active, eating a Mediterranean type diet, high fiber foods, all key in terms of supporting the cardiovascular system. But I sort of wanted to talk about one specific nutrient known as vitamin K2 that a lot of people don't know too much about. But one of the biggest risk factors with cardiovascular disease is a condition known as atherosclerosis, where there's a hardening of the arteries because there's deposits of calcium and cholesterol, and that causes a hardening of the arteries. It can increase our risk of heart attack and stroke. What we found is in research, K2 can actually direct calcium away from the arteries into the bones where it's needed. And it's actually been shown to have a protective effect for the cardiovascular system, but also has a variety of other benefits in terms of brain health and protecting us against diabetes. And
should you consult a physician before trying that?
Any natural health products, you should talk to your healthcare provider to see if they are suitable for you. There are some really great food sources too for vitamin K2, so different hard and soft cheeses. So here we have brie and Gouda. These have a high in content of vitamin K2. Egg yolks as well, really great. Grass-fed meats, also really great source of K2.
Under a minute left here, and I know bedtime routine is very important. We have to get our sleep in, so how can we do that more effectively?
So biggest concern with my patients is not getting enough sleep. I see this commonly in practice. So definitely establishing a bedtime routine is key. Having, dark room, minimal noise, and if you have difficulty sleeping, then looking at incorporating different foods that support your melatonin level, so things like tart cherries, oatmeal, also really great. Chamomile tea, really fantastic to drink before bed. It has an antioxidant that initiates sleep, so lots of great solutions to help.
Just quickly, if you're going to choose one of these five to start with, which is the one that you think is the most effective?
The one is really hard. Being active, I think, is really, really important.
Getting active, I believe in that as well. Thank you very much. Great tips.
Thank you.
Womensvoice.com for more details. Dr. Stephanie Rubino, we appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Great way to kick off the show. More daytime coming up.